Hi, so showing the demo of how the BigQuery agent in QuerySafe works. So I've quickly taken uh, test data. So let's say we have a fictional D2C brand. So for the D2C brand, we have the orders. So we have customers, we have ordered items, the item that the customers are ordering, and the data is added for the last 2 years. We have orders and the different, so what revenue, what are discount amount, item count, what are the status, city, and etc. And what are the different products that we have on the website, listed on the client's website. So those are the things that we have. This is the first data set. There's a second data set, which is the CDP campaigns. This CDP campaign data set contains the different campaigns that we are running. Some campaigns are being run on Klaviyo, some are on SMS, some are on WhatsApp, etc., depending on the client requirement. So, and these are the actual campaigns, the campaign ID, the campaign name, what channel the campaign ran on, and what was the subject, and so on. So this is a very small. So these are the two data sets that we are currently using to understand how the QuerySafe Intelligence bot works. Now, let me ask it what what are my top 10 products by revenue, and which have the highest margins. So basically, how this works is the cohesive intelligence layer is connected to your BigQuery data. On behalf of you, it queries your data, masks all the PII data so that it does not get leaked, and it looks at the different, it understands your query, converts it into an SQL query, understands what all table would be needed, what all data set would be needed in order to complete your query, and based on that it gives you the final output. So right now it's currently querying the BigQuery data, and it gives you real-time updates on as to how the agent is performing, action that the agent is doing at the current moment. So on the top, you can also see that on the left side, you can see that we have different sources. We have B2C data, we have Klaviyo data, and so the GA4 data that we have currently is for a different data set. But yeah, we also have GA4. The agent also has access to GA4 data to query. So it's currently executing the data because there are multiple rows and multiple joins, and the agent goes in a six-step loop. So the answer that it does, it validates the answer, then goes again and then validates again, and then gives you the final response. So now, as you can see, it gives me the product which has the highest revenue, the units sold, and realized margin. So as of now, this data is for your entire data set. But if we want, we can just give a date range and it will just query data for that date range. One very good thing about this is it also gives you key insights and margin analysis on your data, which helps you understand what are the different things that you should be looking at. Some things that maybe the analyst might miss because he's working on such a huge data set. So yeah, those are the different areas that this agent works on. One major advantage of this agent is it squashes the problem of hallucination. So now a very good question here to ask would be, how do I trust this data? The agent can easily hallucinate. So we have a verification layer. It tells you what source it used. So it used ordered items and merged it with the products. So it used two tables to get this data. It scanned 20,000 rows, and this was the date range from Jan 2024 to February 2026. This is the exact query that the agent used to get your results. So anyone who's into the tech can validate the query and understand, okay, this is the query that has been used, and also if needed, run this query to get the final, like to validate the final outcome. Yeah, that's one. In here, we also have some questions that we are giving to the client. suggesting to the client. So if they are here, these are the questions that they can talk, or they can ask the agent and it will answer. So let me ask, what are the top, because we don't have the GA4 data, let me, okay, let's say show me monthly retention cohort. I don't know what will be the answer, but yeah. So this answer is here. So now this is second question, show me the monthly retention cohort. And again, I am just looking at this data for the first time, and I have not tried all these questions at my end as well. uh, but yeah, so this is the beauty of the agent. It does not need you to pre-fill any questions. Anything that the client may ask, even if it's vague as to how are we doing, it will understand the context and give you the result accordingly. And also, uh, it will learn as it works on the data and get better at answering the queries. So whoever it talks to, it will like understand what they want and their persona as well. And just to ensure that none of the data is getting leaked, so the person who's talking to this agent will have to authenticate before they can talk. So here's the core retention analysis. Yeah, so it gives you a small one-liner explanation what it is, and the TLDR of your data, then a month-wise retention cohort that you can use. Again, these are the key insights that the users or the business can take decision on. So the agenda or the point here is, this is an agent that can query tables, that can join tables, that can understand your data, that lives and breathes your data and gives you the best results that your analyst or your business team took maybe 3 to 4 days to give you, or maybe a couple of hours, more than a couple of hours to give. So this is the agent, and this is majorly for demo purposes. Of course, there are multiple other data sets and like different windows. Like if you have data in Klaviyo, if you data in Meta, if you data in Google Ads, it can join across all the platforms and give you a CDP level agent that can answer your questions based on all the data sources that you have. Thank you so much for taking the time out to listen to the video. Bye.